Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the channel. Hope you're all well. Hope you've had a good day. This is Game Watch Live with Monday Night Football. And we've got a top game today to finish off this weekend's football. Big game between Everton and Leeds. A lot riding on this game. Maybe not so much for Everton, but certainly for Leeds. The teams have been announced, so let's just take a look at those now. Before we go through everything. So we'll start with Everton first, and David Moyes has gone for a 4-2-3-1 formation, so it will be Pickford in goal, and a back four of the right back Patterson. Tarkowski will be the right centre half, O'Brien on the left, and Mikalenko will be left back. Idrissa Gueye, who's back from the AFCON, will play on the right hand side of midfield, and Garner on the left. And Garner, who had a top game against Aston Villa last weekend. I was so impressed with him. Ndiaye is back at the number 10 position. He's again back from the AFCON. Armstrong will play in the middle, McNeil on the left, and Barry, who scored that cheeky goal, but a fantastic finish against Aston Villa last weekend. So that's David Moyes' team. Daniel Farke's gone for the usual 3-5-2. A couple of injuries have forced his hand a bit, but it's Darlow in goal. Bourne now will play on the right side of the back three. Beale still not fit, so Bourne, I've got no problems with Bourne playing. He's done well since he's been in the side, so I've got no problems with him being there. Rodon will play in the centre, and Strauch will be on the left hand side. Bogle will play on the right wing back position. Stack is back in the centre alongside Ampadu and Grueff, who had a good game against Fulham last weekend. And Justin will play on the left as Goodmanson is injured and not available. Aronson will play in the number 10 position, and Calvert-Lewin will be the furthest man forward. I would imagine that Aronson will be looking to get forward and support Calvert-Lewin. He's on good run of form at the moment, is Aronson. He'll be looking to collect a couple more goals, especially today. So that's the two sides that have been announced. Now, let's take a look at the tables, because it was a weekend that probably Leeds could have done without. They had a nice little lead going into the weekend's games over the teams below them. But West Ham won, which Leeds could have done without. They're now only 5 points. I say only 5 points. It's a lot, is 5 points. But they've closed it from the 8. Forest are level with Leeds now, just got a worse goal difference. Leeds are in 16th on 25. So there'll be a lot of fans watching this game tonight, not just the two lots of fans from Leeds and Everton. Nottingham Forest and West Ham will be watching this one, hoping that the result goes their way. But if you take a look above Leeds, Crystal Palace and Tottenham are in free fall at the moment. They're only 3 points above Leeds. If things went the way of Leeds and they scored a few goals in this, if they get a win tonight, they could go above Crystal Palace into 15th. Crystal Palace are on an awful run at the moment, where they've lost 4 and drawn 2 of the last 6. So them and Tottenham are slowly being dragged into this relegation battle. Everton already 11th position, 32 points. Had a terrific win against Aston Villa last weekend. I did watch that game, and they were very impressive. The trouble with Everton is that they've got no consistency. They're liable to beat Everton, beat Aston Villa, and then lose this game today. They haven't got a great record at home, haven't Everton? They've been inconsistent at home as well. But if they won today, they would go all the way up to 35 points, and that would take them above Fulham into 7th position, only a 1 point behind Liverpool. I don't know whether Everton have got their eyes on the European place. I think it's maybe just a bit beyond them and their team this year, but they'll push all the way. And so this win today from whichever team gets it, if one of them does, will be vital for them both. So that's the two teams. and that's how it's going to affect these two teams one way or the other this game. So the live chat is open. If you want to join in with the live chat, give us a thought about the teams that have been selected, your thoughts on this game today. It's going to be a tight one. There's not much between these two teams. Leeds are on a good run at the moment, and they've been taking points off the better sides as well. So there's going to be no pushovers at the Hill Dickinson today, and same as Everton was. So I think it's going to be a close game. I think it could only be one goal in it, and a 1-0 either way might be a good prediction. But if you want to get a prediction in for this game today, I'd be interested to see what you think. It's open for you now. And the other thing I'd just like to mention is that if you are a subscriber, thank you for being a subscriber. If you're not, just nip down to the bottom of the screen there and click on subscribe. It doesn't cost them much. We aren't asking for anything off you, but it just helps the channel grow. At the moment, we're pushing on towards 250 subscribers. We've done quite well just recently, thanks to the support that you've given us. But we still don't want to rest on our laurels. We want to keep going. We've got some big plans for the channel if we can expand further, but we can't do it without your help. And if you do enjoy the watch along today and you want to watch us further, then hit the notification bell and of course hit the like button. That always helps with the dreaded YouTube algorithm. So we're about 10 minutes away from kickoff now. For any Leeds supporters in the chat today, let us know what you think. Give us a goal prediction. I was watching a couple of YouTube channels this afternoon, and a couple of them were just saying it's just inevitable that Calvert-Lewin is going to score against Everton today. So what do you think? It'd be great if he did. Really would be great if he did. But he's on a good run of form, 9 goals so far, and it's been mentioned in the last few weeks that he's looking at a World Cup spot, so he'll want to score today just to keep that going, as well as helping his team Leeds. He's had a new lease of life since he come to Leeds. He's been pretty injury free, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed for him there that I'm not jinxing him. He's been pretty injury free, and he's contributed a lot in the games when he hasn't scored. He's still contributed a lot. He's led that line well. He's challenged and brought the ball down and laid the ball off. He's done real well for us, and he's been a really good signing since he was a free. So there we are. You see on the screen there that it says subscribe to Game Watch Live. Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Very much appreciated. It'd be good if we've got a game like this showing here on the screen now from 1999 where it was a 4-4 draw. What a game that would be. Being a Leeds supporter, I take a point now. I think that if you're going to survive in the Premier League, you try to pick points up in the away games and win your home games. And so a point today wouldn't be such a bad one. 3 points would be fantastic. It's a blast from the past, is this one. Michael Bridges and Gary Woodgate and Everton came back to snatch a late equaliser in that 4-4 game. That was at the old Goodison Park. It'd be a great game for any neutral to watch tonight. The kickoff's not far away, about 7 minutes away. Still no one in the chat yet wants to predict the score. Too nervous for some of the Leeds fans. I can understand that. I'm going to plump for a 1-0 win to Leeds. I think it's going to be such a tight game. And I think a 1-0 win is what I'm predicting. That's my heart rule in my head, but don't have a problem with that. There is one other game going on today. There's a championship game. I think it's Coventry. We'll just have a look at that. I don't think it kicks off just yet. So let's just have a quick look. It may have kicked off. We'll keep an eye on that score. Let's see if I can bring that one up. Yeah, it's an 8 o'clock kickoff. It's Norwich City against Coventry, and that is an 8 o'clock kickoff also. So we will keep an eye on that score for anyone who's interested in the top and bottom of the championship there. That's a big game for both teams. But here, we are concentrating on this clash between Everton and Leeds. It looks like the two teams are just gathering in the tunnel there. So we're not far off a kick-off. All the players, well, certainly the Everton ones, gathering with the mascots. I don't think Leeds have got any mascots with them today. Just looking to see what colours they're all playing. I don't think there's been any changes. There's a class of colours in the shorts there. Maybe that doesn't matter. It's the shirts more than anything. The officials just leading both teams out now, so we're not far off kick-off. There'll just be the usual formalities on the pitch, and then we won't be far off this game getting started. Not a bad reception for Calvert-Lewin there. He didn't leave under any sort of cloud. I think it's just his time was up there at Everton. Handshake going on now. Just before we get to the kick-off, we'll just go quickly through the teams again. So Everton, it's Pickford, Patterson, Tarkowski, O'Brien, Mikalenko, Gay, Garner, Undai, Armstrong, McNeil and Barry. At Leeds, it's Darlow in goal, and it's Bornau, Rodon, Strauch, Bogle, Stack, Ampadu, Gruev, Justin, Aronson and Calvert-Lewin. That's your two teams. Just trying to get a look at the colours that the two teams are playing. They're showing the graphics of the two teams' formations at the moment on the screen, so I can't see the players. But I think Leeds are all in all white, and Everton will be in the blue shirts, white shorts. Certainly looks that way. Just a couple of minutes away from the kick-off. Nice to see Buonanotte come on. He's had a week of training with his new teammates now, so he must be ready for a game. He's on the bench. See if he can come on and make a difference. Both lead teams just in the tunnel now. Looks like there's going to be a minute's silence or applause for somebody. I'm sure Everton fullback Tommy Wright passed away a few days ago. So there's going to be a little, it's a round of applause or a minute's silence. I don't know which one they do now. Usually a minute's round of applause. We shall see. "374 appearances for Everton, and he was an England player as well. And he gets the round of applause that he deserves. And he gets the round of applause that he deserves. Peter Reid in the crowd. And that's it. Ready to go. Leeds go back into another huddle while the photographers and what have you get off the pitch. Everton are lined up ready to go. Looks like it might be Everton who's going to get this first half underway, kicking from right to left as we watch. Just wait for the referee to get us underway now. He's just doing a quick count of the players, making sure the two goalkeepers are okay. The whistle goes. And we are underway. Goes back to Pickford straight away, and then he's left-footed, drives one long, high into the air. Strauch heads it away. It's played out to the right-hand side. Chipped in over the top of everybody. It almost came to Barry, but Bornau is there in front of Barry, heads it out, and it's a corner to Everton already. In the first minute, early corner, Leeds won't want to be conceding a goal early on. They want to keep it tight early on. Everton will look to put the pressure on this Leeds defence. And it comes now a right-footed away swing. It's a low skimmer. It comes out to the. It took a couple of deflections. It ended up coming out to Aronson on the edge of the box, and he's cleared it away. But it's going to be picked up. Mikalenko puts a left-footed one back in again. It's going to go over the top of everybody and skips out for a goal kick at the. Well, it's not even the far post. It only just stayed in the box before it went for a goal kick. A bit wayward from Mikalenko, but it's early doors so far. Darlow plays out to the right-hand side to Bornau. Bornau goes long and central, looking for Calvert-Lewin. Ball's headed on by Gruev, and then it's hooked away. And it'll be picked up by Strauch. He lays it out to the left-hand side to James Justin. He has to check back inside. Gives it to Aronson, gives it to Ampadu. Aronson gets the ball back again, but he has to go back to the halfway line to Strauch over on that far side. Goes back to James Justin, yarding from the touchline on the far side. Then it goes back to Gruev. Gruev's forced back to Strauch, born out, and he's going to lay it back to Carl Darlow, just outside his own area. Bornau goes wide for the ball and gets it. Goes back to Darlow. Darlow under pressure from Barry. Clears it high. Stack wins the ball. Second ball's brought down. And goes round a couple of Leeds players down this left-hand side. Now he's got Bornau with him. He's got Stack with him as well. And Stack gets his foot in and concedes the throw. It's well played by Endai. He did a 360, but doing that 360 with the ball, he actually bypassed two Leeds players and got away down that left-hand side. Well, Mikalenko is going to take this one. I guess he is the long throw specialist for Everton. Leeds under early pressure again. Didn't deal with the first corner that well, so They've got to be stronger and more aware here. They came short for it of a couple of Everton players, but Mikalenko's gone back and gone long into the box. Headed up into the air by Stack. Second header by Stack. Aronson on the edge of the box helps it even further along, then gets a blocking when someone tries to hit a shot. Comes out to Mikalenko on the left-hand side. Goes even further down the left. Back to Mikalenko, then he's going to put his cross in. I think Barry got to that. Putting the crosses in early. I thought Barry had got to that and it was a goal kick, but it must have come off bar now. And the corner has been given, so it is early pressure. Garner's going to take this corner from the Everton left, right-footed in-swinger, I would have guessed. They haven't dealt with these set pieces very well lately. Leeds, in it comes again. It's flicked away, high into the air. It's still hanging around. It's hooked away by Ampadu eventually, I think that was. Still in the air on the edge of the Leeds box. Bo now gets up there. Ampadu's working for it. Ampadu gets the ball, puts a foot on it, and spreads out to the left to James Justin. He comes back inside, nowhere to go, and has to go back to Carl Darlow on the edge of his box. Barry's going to come across to put some pressure on him, so he gives it to Bo now. Bo now just comes forward and then plays a ball to Calvert-Lewin, who hooks it on, looking for the right back of Bogle, but he's committed a foul there. Trying to get the ball off Mikalenko. Free kick to Everton. They've taken it quickly. Strauch wins the ball. Gruev gave it to Ampadu. Ampadu's lost it. Bogle's in there quick. Mikalenko gets the ball and lays it back to the number 15, O'Brien. Mikalenko gives it to O'Brien again. Goes back to Pickford, and Pickford's going to go long again, looking for Barry, but that's not going to be one that he can chase. It takes a couple of bounces and into the arms of Darlow. Darlow rolls it out to Rodon. Gets it back. And then Darlow drives it long. Calvert-Lewin's underneath it, battling with it with O'Brien. Aronson picked it up. Gruev, it's well played by Ampadu, gets it out to the left-hand side to James Justin, but it has to come back inside. Now it's Strauch coming forward. Got a man outside him. Aronson, got a chance to attack in the box. Comes in on his right foot, lays it to Strauch. And from the edge of the box on the left-hand side, he's just leaning back as he hits his shot, and it goes a couple of yards over the bar. Was a shot. I think the commentators are just questioning whether it was a cross or not, but it was definitely a shot by Strauch. No way that was a cross. Short corner given to Pickford, short goal kick given to Pickford, and he drives it long looking for Barry. Bo now is with him, wins the ball. James Justin keeps it in over the far side before it goes out for a throw. Gives it to Gruev, to Ampadu, goes back to Strauch. Now Bo now. Rodon on the right-hand side. He lays it inside to Bogle. Bogle's under pressure from Mikalenko. Aronson loses it though. Tried to play Barry in, did Ngay, but it was well covered by Leeds, and the ball went back to Darlow. Gruev working hard again. Ndai gets it to the left to Mikalenko, a bit of space, goes back to Ndai. Back to Mikalenko, hugging this left touchline, moves inside. Gives it back to Garner. Garner finds Mikalenko in a bit of space, but he falls over the ball, and Bogle lays it back to Darlow. Darlow under pressure from Barry. His clearance isn't the best, but Aronson has space to pick it up. He eventually gets it to Rodon, who gives it to Ampadu, and Ampadu spreads it left to Strauch. And then Bono, central to Rodon. Bogle on the right. There's a run forward. Stack gets it onto Calvert-Lewin, and Pickford somehow got a hand to it. It was just bouncing in front of him, and it was a difficult one for the goalkeeper. Calvert-Lewin went down under the challenge, but there was no appeal for a penalty or anything, and it was eventually cleared. But Leeds picked the ball up again now. It's almost in there. Gruev gives it to Bono. Back to Strauch. Strauch goes to the James Justin hugging the touchline, but he's got to come back inside. He's under pressure from the fullback, Patterson. Darlow rolls it out to the right to Bono. Bono goes long. Calvert-Lewin gets up, wins the header, does he? It goes through to Bogle. No, Pickford's just out of his box and just chips it away from Bogle before he can get there. Good flick on there by Calvert-Lewin to create that chance for Bogle to run off. Pickford now coming forward. Gives it to Mikalenko. He plays the ball into the middle. And skips round Bogle. He's moving from left to right now. Gets out to the right-hand side. O'Neill. Patterson gives it back to O'Neill. Just again, plays the ball inside. It's well played there. The ball was rolled into Ndai. He tried to ship it onto the run of Barry. He just couldn't control it, and it ran all the way through to Darlow, who's cleared it long. Stack goes up and wins the ball. Goes to Aronson. Aronson goes round the inside left channel. He's in. The referee's blown the whistle for a handball there. The play was still going on there. Aronson didn't know anything about it. There was a good tackle by Patterson to take the ball off Aronson, who won it back again, but the whistle had already gone. Just looking at that chance for Calvert-Lewin, and he actually got his toe to it, only just, and Pickford was right in front of him, and probably a bit lucky to be that close to him. The ball hit him. Barry gives the ball away. Strauch now to Aronson. Comes inside, goes down, there's no foul there. And it comes out to the left-hand side. But they're giving the ball away again as Everton, and Bogle's rampaging down the right-hand side. He puts a cross in early to the back post. It's over the top of everybody. Was there a flick on it from Patterson? There was. It's a Leeds throw. And Ampadu's going to go across to that far side, and it's going to be the first long throw of the game for the Leeds. The Leeds are just enjoying a bit of pressure now. Got themselves into the game, got the pace of the game, got to grips with the pace of the game. Ampadu just drying the ball on his shirt before he takes this long throw. And it comes now. It slipped a bit, that didn't go far. To the edge of the box. James Justin came out. It was about 23, 24 yards. He didn't strike that very well with his right foot, and he's dragged it well wide of that right-hand post. Pickford has the ball. Aronson's putting pressure on him, so he drives it high, looking for Barry. Ball now underneath it, but missed that ball. But Strauch is covering behind him. Gets it to James Justin, who rolls it back to Strauch. Barry's gone down injured. Whistle goes. There was no one anywhere near him. He was just challenged for that ball with Bourne now. Ran a few extra yards and then went down. Let's see if we can see anything in that again. Nothing there. Then he sprints after the ball. Strauch. Nothing there. Nothing from Bourne now. Nothing from Strauch, but he just went down. Still sat down. He's getting attention, but didn't see what was happened there. Not missing anything while Barry gets attention. So if you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button and the like button. Barry back on his feet now. Just have to go back to the sideline for his 30 seconds off. Beto warming up. Moyes having a word. Moyes is having a word with him, so you never know. Anyway, the ball's back underway. It's with Gruev. Just be short of the halfway line. It's Bo now. He lays it back to his left. Stroke back to Gruev. Gruev inside to Ampadu. Ampadu gets the ball into the middle. Flicked on by Calvert-Lewin. Aronson, edge of the box. Spreads it to Bogle. Bogle's got a chance to hit a shot here, and he's just delayed his shot just a fraction too long. And Tarkowski at the near post slides across and blocks it at the expense of a corner. It's great play between Stack, Aronson, and he's picked a good pass out to Bogle, and Bogle hit it there, and he didn't. He just took the second touch, which allowed the defender to get across and block his shot. Corner to Leeds. Stack is going to take this from this right-hand side. Right-footed away swinger. Set-piece goals so far this season. Leeds 12. And it comes now. Edge of the box. Gruev on the ball came on the edge of the box again. Central with his left foot again, just leaning back a bit, and it's a yard or so over the bar. Side footer. Yeah, it's about a yard and a half over the bar. See that better from behind now as it comes to Gruev. Yeah, see it's yard and a half over the bar. Everton play the ball out. Barry's still on the pitch. It's coming across through the middle now. Mikalenko's made a run down the left-hand side, and he's got support here from Ndai. Ndai's got the ball now. On the right-hand edge of the box, he puts a cross into the back post. It's headed away by Strauch. Calvert-Lewin deep, trying to get the ball under control. Comes out to Garner. Garner gives it to Ndai again. Just slowing the pace down. Comes back to Garner. Chips one forward. Ampadu heads the ball away. Bogle just chips it up. Stack gets a push in the back. Referee gives nothing. That's unbelievable. He was completely pushed over. Mikalenko now. Armstrong relays the ball back into the middle. Gay gets out to Patterson on the far side. He lays it back to the halfway line. Comes across to O'Brien from Tarkowski. Mikalenko again, hugging the left-hand touchline. Back to Mikalenko. Chance of putting his cross in now, and he has done. Cleared away at the near post by ball now. Gay picked the ball up. It goes across to Patterson. Patterson leaves it to O'Neill. Gay, under a bit of pressure, goes back to the halfway line. Tarkowski chips the ball forward, and it's over the top of Barry, and it takes one bounce and into the arms of Darlow. Darlow eventually gives it to Bo now. Bo now's going to give it back to Darlow again, though. He's under pressure from Armstrong. Darlow goes diagonally left, looking for James Justin. He wins the header. Aronson missed the ball, but Gruev's picked the ball up and he spreads it across the right-hand side to Bogle. Bogle waits for Rodon. Ampadu now in the centre of the pitch, just inside the Everton half, rolls a little ball to Strauch, who's made a 5-yard run forward. It gets out to the left to Aronson. Aronson puts a low cross in with his right foot. It's headed away, but Strauch picks the ball up, gives it back to Aronson, just outside the box on the left-hand side. Into the box now, lays it to Gruev. Gruev puts a cross in. It's headed away. And that's well done by Stack to win the ball back as Idrissa Gueye got the ball. It comes back to Ampadu. Ampadu gets it out to the left to Aronson again. Got a chance to attack that left-hand side. Aronson can't keep hold of the ball. And Patterson drives it high. Barry's got his foot up as Strauch was trying to get his head onto the ball, but no foul given. But the ball ends up going out for a throw to Leeds on the halfway line. Bo now, Rodon, Bo now in the centre of the pitch, 15 yards inside the Leeds half. Rodon gives it to Gruev. First time ball to Strauch on the left-hand side. He gives it to James Justin. Gives it back to Gruev. Bornout. It's going to go back to Darlow. Back to Bornout. To Gruev. To Strauch. Moving across to the left-hand side. It goes back central to Bornout. Back to Strauch on the left. And it goes to James Justin. He's got a chance to run down that left-hand side now, and he is doing. He's well inside the Everton half now. On his right foot, he gives it to Aronson just outside the box. He puts a cross in to the back post. James Justin, his shot's blocked. Still in the box, and it's toe prodded away. Bo now heads the ball straight back. It picks up by Ampadu. He lays it out to the right-hand side to Bogle. Bogle turns inside. Still battling for the ball. And it looks like his battle with Ndai has resulted in a foul, but Leeds creating half chances, and there Bogle again, he had a chance to it. It's with his left foot. Maybe he didn't feel confident with it. Then it was James Justin who had a shot again, was blocked. The closing down well on the edge of the box are Everton, but the chances or half chances are coming for Leeds at the moment. But Pickford's going to take this free kick. Long, high into the air. Strauch wins the header. Ampadu lays the ball out to the left to Justin again into the Everton half. Gets a bit of a push. But Ampadu wins the ball back in midfield. He's got Bogle out to his right-hand side and he gives it to Bogle. Thanks to Hairsai for his support again. It's nice to see you supporting the channel. Thank you very much. Strauch has the ball now. James Justin chips it back to Bo now, who controls it on his chest and gives it back to Strauch on the left. Strauch goes diagonally across to the right side looking for Calvert-Lewin. He flicks the ball on. Can Bogle keep the ball in? He can. Mikalenko ran the ball out and it looked like it was a throw for Leeds, but maybe the Everton have got the throw. It didn't look like it was touched by Bogle at all. It's a good flick on by Calvert-Lewin. Leeds got a chance to put the pressure on Everton though. Well, he's pinched 10 yards with that throw there. And he was right next to the lino, and the lino said nothing. Let him just carry on with it. Ampadu has gone down there with something kick on the back of his right ankle or his back of his right Achilles, but Bo now has the ball now. Ampadu's back in position. Looks like he's going to be okay. Ball to Calvert-Lewin. O'Brien wins the ball. Calvert-Lewin again. Wins the throw. Garner thinks it's his, and it quite obviously was not. Bogle's going to leave this for Rodon. Rodon goes back. Armstrong's going to put the pressure on him. He goes back to Darlow. Bo now goes down the line. Bogle lets it run on. Calvert-Lewin flicks it inside, right into the path of Bogle. Bogle's brought down as a referee given a free kick. He has done, quite rightly too. And there may be a yellow card here, is there? It's Mikalenko. Just been told there. Mikalenko chopped Bogle down after he'd released the ball, and that should have been a yellow card. In a good position for Leeds there to put this one into the box. Anton Stack stood over the ball. The referee's telling him to wait for the whistle. It's a long way out. It's only halfway inside the Everton half, and it's dead central, but got a chance to float one towards the back of that box. Stack is good for his deliveries from these free kicks, and it does go to the back of the box. Rodon heads the ball in. Ampadu goes down and is penalised, and he's not happy with that at all. Gives the referee quite a big mouthful there as well. No, Tarkovsky's... Ampadu had his arm on Tarkovsky, but Tarkovsky threw himself to the floor and won a free kick, but Barry now is he outrunning Bo now down the left-hand side. He's made it almost to the box, and the ball goes out for a goal kick. Bo now stuck with Barry. Good round on the right-hand side. He's a big lad, is Barry, but he's got some pace about him as well for a young kid. Bo now stuck with him though. He didn't run past him. Stuck with him. Bo now has the ball now. His clearance goes high into the air. It's blocked. Played back down the line, but it's going to be a Leeds throw. Rodon's holding his right leg there. He got clattered in the challenge for the ball there as it was deflected into the air from Bornau's clearance, but he's going to take this throw now, and he does down the line. Bogle can't win the header, but Leeds get a throw a further 10 or 15 yards down the pitch. Down the line again, looking for Calvert-Lewin. He heads the ball up, but I think he tried to flick it on. Didn't manage to, just headed it straight out. Mikalenko takes the throw. Gives it to O'Brien. Pickford to Tarkovsky. Tarkovsky gives it to Patterson. Patterson under pressure from James Justin. And the ball goes out for a throw to Leeds. It's poor from Everton there. It's only a yard or so off the corner flag over on that left-hand side, and that's going to be a perfect chance for Ampadu to lob another one into the box. Leeds have really got themselves back into this game in the last 15 minutes and have probably dominated the possession and the half chances. So it's going to be a long throw from Ampadu. He dragged the ball on his shirt. And it comes now. Calvert-Lewin flicks it on, and Dye helps it further out the box. Aronson wins the ball back though. Gives it to Ampadu, who's retreated. Gives it to Gruev now. Gruev moving back to the left. Gives it to James Justin. Justin gives it back to Gruev. Ampadu going back to Strauch, and Strauch's going to lay it all the way back to Darlow. So Leeds have lost all that territory there, but Darlow drives it long. That's a handball, is it? Oh, it should have been there. Calvert-Lewin flicked it on. Mikalenko dipped down and stopped it with his arm. Stack managed to get back. Mikalenko lays the ball back to O'Brien. Tarkovsky central now. Under pressure from Calvert-Lewin, lays it back to Pickford. Pickford lays a ball into Mikalenko. And Dye now, hugging his left-hand touchline. No one near him. He's got a few yards of space there, but he goes back to Garner. Armstrong now spreads it across to the right-hand side. Tarkovsky, Patterson out on the right now, hugging that right-hand touchline. Gives it back to Tarkovsky, just inside his own half. Just a gay, gives it back to Tarkovsky. Patterson now skips inside James Justin. Goes for the return ball and then pushes Justin over, and Patterson concedes the free kick. "27 minutes gone, that's flown past. There hasn't been a great deal of clear-cut chances at the moment. In fact, I don't think there's been any, but the half chances that there have been have fell Leeds' way, and I think Leeds have dominated the possession in the last 20 minutes. Ball high in the air again. Tarkovsky wins the header. Ampadu wins the ball back. Bogle can't win it. Gruev's in there trying to challenge for that ball. Rodon wins the next ball down. Stack helps it on to Bogle. Then he helps it back on as Stack puts a cross in. Calvert-Lewin, must be Aronson. Leeds has scored. And James Justin has let it hit it into the back of the net. Aronson let the ball run at the back of the box. He wasn't in the best position to take that shot back. But James Justin was. He must have got a call. Aronson let the ball run, and James Justin has fired it into the back of the net, and Leeds have deservedly taken a 1-goal lead. Boos going round from Everton fans. And it was a good interplay between Stack and Bogle here, because Rodon wins the ball. Stack helps it down the line and goes for the return ball, gets it from Bogle. The crossing goes behind Calvert-Lewin, and it went to Aronson at the back post, but he wasn't facing the goal. But he must have got a call from James Justin to leave the ball, and he's fired it into the back of the net from the left-hand side. And Leeds have been the better team so far and deserve that lead. And that's his first goal for the Leeds team. That's a great half an hour for Leeds. Pickford has the ball now from the restart. And Dye is just holding his left hip there. He got maybe a bang from Rodden's challenge, but the referee didn't see anything wrong with it. And just again now, just crosses into the Leeds half over on the right-hand side, then goes back to Tarkowski. He gives it to O'Brien. Then to Mikalenko. Mikalenko down the left-hand side. His pass is blocked by Stack. It's picked up by Garner. He gives it to Tarkowski. And then out the right-hand side now, Patterson with a bit of space to run down that far touchline. Aronson's with him. And between them, they win the ball back. Ampadu clears it up. James Justin gives it back to Ampadu. He gets it back to Aronson, lays the ball back to Ampadu. And Idrissa Gueye is in there, but it's a throw to Leeds. And Dye flexing his left hook there. No, Rodon didn't touch him. Just looking at that, why and Dye was worried about the contact from Rodon. It was nothing wrong with that. Stack away down the right-hand side again. So O'Brien just managed to get in there before Stack could collect the ball. Leeds are pressing high up the pitch again now. It's a throw to Leeds. Bogle's going to take it. Showing David Moyes when we'd rather see the play. Still to be taken, this throw. Bogle throws it to Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin keeps the ball in. Aronson in the box, waiting for a cross, does a back flick. Bogle to the back post. James Justin up there. The ball's still high in the air. Calvert-Lewin just turned his man in the box. And the referee's given a free kick. You see plenty of them all the time. It's a soft one, that really. It's a soft foul. He's trying to protect the ball. He did lean into his man a bit, but then it's a contact game. But the referee thought otherwise. Pickford's going to take the resulting free kick. Oh, Pickford, but Grueff picks the ball up. Gives it to James Justin, and then we're down the left-hand side again. Now Aronson can run into the box. He's lost the ball, but it's put out for a corner. Just let it run away from him a touch, but Patterson managed to get in front of Aronson and just touch it out for a corner before Aronson could get his cross in. Leeds are finding plenty of space down those wings. It's a pity that Aronson just let the ball run a yard away from him. But it's still danger for Everton because it's a Leeds corner on that left-hand side. I guess Stack will go across to take this. In comes the corner now. It's flicked on at the front post by Calvert-Lewin. Picked up at the back by Aronson. And Dye's with him. forcing him back. And he goes all the way back to the halfway line to Bogle, and Bogle gives it to Darlow as well out of his ground. But he spreads it out to the left to Strauch. Strauch gave it to Stack, and then Stack got it back, and he's given it to Darlow, and Darlow eventually goes long. And it's going to be brought down by Aronson, and they've got attack on again. 3 against 3 Leeds. They've got Bogle out wide. Bogle gets the ball now, crosses it, and it's put on. It's the post from Calvert-Lewin, and the second shot from Ampadu is screwed wide. Unbelievable. So close to taking a 2-goal lead. Calvert-Lewin, as the cross was put in attack, that near post, and his shot hit the post and bounced out. Unlucky for Leeds. Great cross from Bogle, and he smashed it against that post. So unlucky. Leeds should be 2-0 up. They should be scoring. Should have been scoring. And the Everton fans would have been mortified if Calvert-Lewin had put us 2-0 up. Simply Joy Living says, come on Leeds, and Leeds are playing fantastic at the moment, Simply Joy. High clearance. Calvert-Lewin underneath it. Is it Calvert-Lewin? It's Bogle. He goes down, and Mikalenko is penalised for that challenge. And it's a free kick to Leeds on this near side, the right-hand side, just on the halfway line. Ampadu is going to take it. Aronson's having a terrific game down that left-hand side. He's created all sorts of problems for Everton. The ball's gone back to Barr now, and Barnow's given it to Darlow. Darlow drives it long, high, looking for Calvert-Lewin. He brings the ball down nicely, does Calvert-Lewin as well, then just lost balance and just couldn't take the ball with him. And Jai goes all the way back to Pickford. Pickford, left-footed, drives it long. Brought down on his chest by Ampadu, into the middle. Spreads it out to the left-hand side to James Justin, but it's 5 yards in front of him, and Patterson picks the ball up now. He lays it back to Tarkowski, then out to the full-back Patterson. He lays it back inside to Idrissa. He's under pressure from Ampadu, but he gets it to O'Brien, spreads it left to Mikalenko. And it goes to Endai. He's going to take Bogle on down this left-hand side. Bogle does well, blocks his shot, his cross, and Rodon picks the second ball up, but then Garner slides in and wins the ball back. Armstrong now gives it to Endai, crossing the pitch to the right-hand side. Patterson puts a cross in. It's a poor one that Strout got away. And then there's a foul there on Calvert-Lewin by O'Brien. Referee calling O'Brien across. Just put his hands on the back of his neck and pushed him over. No wonder Calvert-Lewin was holding the back of his neck. Free kick to Leeds. Taken quickly. Strauch. James Justin, first touch from Harrison, gives it to Gruev. Gruev goes back to Bow now. Back to the left to Strauch. A bit of space in front of him. He can pick a pass out. It's a short one to James Justin, and he lays it all the way back to Darlow. Darlow drives it down the left-hand side. Calvert-Lewin can't get there before Tarkowski heads it. Strauch knocks it back. It's brought down by James Justin, gives it to Gruev. Gruev gives it to Ampadu now. Goes back to Bow now. Leeds enjoying a lot of possession. There's no doubt about that. Back inside to Ampadu. Ampadu gets a flick onto Aronson. Aronson's so much space, he can attack that left-hand edge of the box. It comes across and he has a shot. It's from about 20 yards out. He didn't strike it that well, and it's a comfortable save for Pickford. And he rolls the ball out to the left. Armstrong now going down the left-hand side. He's got Undai with him. Bogle gets back. He goes down. Does such a soft free kick again. Armstrong goes down. I just didn't see anything in it. Bogle's entitled to make a challenge, and then Armstrong goes on another 3 or 4 yards and then falls over, and the referee gives the free kick. And that's level with the Leeds 18-yard box over on the left-hand side. It's about a yard in. Chance for it to be floated in with a right-footed curler, and then it comes now to the near post, and it's James Justin who's covering that near post. His clearance, though, goes out for a corner. It's going to be McNeil who's going to take this corner, right-footed in-swinger from the left-hand side. And it comes in again. Punched away by Darlow to the edge of the box. Mikalenko tries to swing one with his left foot. It's cleared high into the air. Headed back towards Mikalenko. Garner now puts a cross in from deep, and it's going to go over the top of everybody, and it's a comfortable catch at the back post for Carl Darlow. And Everton's crosses have not been of the highest quality so far. Darlow drops it out of his hands and drills it long high into the air. Calvert-Lewin didn't win it, but it's high in the air. Ampadu heads it forward looking for Bogle, and Bogle gets the throw-in off Mikalenko. Is this in Ampadu's range? Aronson so far has been the man of the match. It's only close to half time, but he's been fantastic this first half. Really has played well. And it is going to be an Ampadu long one. It's a little bit further out than you would expect. And it comes now from this right-hand side. Flicked on by Strauch. Emptied back in. Comes back to Aronson. Aronson's brought down, is he? What is the referee seeing there? The two players are battling for the ball, and then he calls, when Everton get away down the left-hand side, he blows for the free kick and takes it back 25 yards. And the Everton fans are booing, quite rightly too. They should have left that to go on because there was no foul there. It was just two players battling for each other, and in the end Everton got penalised, even though they got the free kick, because he pulled them back. Just a Gay has the ball now. Mikalenko's left, but Gay is going to go the other side. Comes back to the left. Mikalenko's a out ball, and it's given to Garner. Garner moves it to the middle. In the centre circle, it's Tarkowski. Then he goes it to O'Brien. Comes back to Garner. Ball's played inside, but Rodon was biding his time and got his foot in, and Leeds can come away again now. Stack goes across to Strauch. Strauch gives it to James Justin. He goes back to Gruev. Gruev lays it for Darlow, and there was a bit of a mix-up between the two players. Darlow took control of it eventually, but it was a bit of a nervous one, and he skimmed one out over to the far side, out for a throw to Everton. It's thrown back to the halfway line. That'll be Patterson. Gives it to Gay, who tries to get one out to the left-hand side for the run of Mikalenko, but it's a bad pass. It's too far in front of Mikalenko, and it's out for a throw to Leeds. 3 minutes of normal time in his first half. Rodon's going to take this throw. Down the right-hand touchline, over the top of Calvert-Lewin. Stack wins the header. It's high in the air again. Headed out for a throw to Leeds. 5 yards inside the Everton half on the right. Rodon's going to take this throw again. Crowd is very quiet. Exactly what Leeds would have wanted. Ball's headed in. Bogle brings the ball down. he's got the ball back, even though Mikalenko was there with him. He took the ball off him, and Bogle took it back off him. He nutmegs him, gets it to Aronson, gives it back to Bogle. Bogle gets a cross in that's blocked, and then just a Gray hangs one in the air. Bourne now wins the header against Barry, and Leeds recycle the ball all the way back to Bourne now from Strauch, and it goes to Darlow. Darlow gets out to the right-hand side. Rodon picks it up and goes down the line. Can't win that one. Bogle heads it back forward. O'Brien has plenty of time to lay it all the way back to Pickford. And I now tries to get the ball down the line, but can't get past Bogle. He spreads out to the right-hand side instead, but James Justin's going to head that forward. Intercepts that cross. Been picked up by Gay. He chips the ball down the line looking for the run of McNeil, but Strauch's covering that. He gets it to Darlow, who clears it away first time, high into the Aronson. He's not tall enough to win that one, but the loose ball comes down to Ampadu. Now to James Justin, back to Ampadu. Lays it back to Strauch. Strauch gives it to Bo now. Coming across to the right-hand side, Rodon. Ball inside, but it's given away. It's a poor ball by Rodon, that. Got a chance to give it to Garner now. Garner has a shot at the near post. And it's a yard or two wide, but Darlow diving to his right had that covered had it been on target, but that's poor by Rodon, that. You don't want to give Everton any chances, don't give them any encouragement whatsoever. And that's the first opportunity that Everton have had in the game, and it was all of Leeds' making. Into added time. Ball goes up. Still high again. Barry wins the header but heads it out, and it's going to be a throw to Leeds. 2 minutes of added time. It should have been a throw to Leeds. Barry won that header quite clearly, but the referee gave it the other way. Mikalenko now. That Stack comes away with the ball. Plays the ball inside to Calvert-Lewin, lays it off to Gruev. Gruev gives it to Aronson, but the foot in there, and Barry wins the ball now. On the edge of the box on the right-hand side, tries to lay a ball in, but Ampadu has seen that one. James Justin battles with Gay, wins the ball off Aronson. Ampadu's in there, then James Justin's in there, heads the ball out. Boos from the Everton crowd. Don't know why. Leeds are battling for the ball and winning most of them. O'Brien now spreads it across to the left-hand side to Mikalenko. He's going to go for a deep cross, is he? Thought about it. Armstrong now. Lays it back into Garner. Gives it to Mikalenko. Armstrong can't go through two men. Calvert-Lewin, but he's lost the ball. He's let it run away from him. Njai keeps his feet, gives it to Gay. Wants to go across to the right-hand side. It's Tarkovsky now. He's got Patterson out wide right. Patterson's going to... Well, it looked like he was shaping up to cross one. Then he lays it back to Tarkovsky. Crowd getting a bit restless. Ball's headed in. Rodon hooks it away. Stack can't keep that in. It's over his head. Mikalenko gives it quickly to Armstrong. Gay spreads out right to Tarkovsky. Tarkovsky gives it to Patterson, but there's no time. And the Everton crowd are booing because Everton had the ball in those last few 30 seconds or so and had several chances to get the ball into the box, knowing that time was running out, and they didn't. And they get the boos to the Everton players. And that's quite a good half from Leeds. Leeds will be very happy with that. Unfortunate not to be 2 goals ahead, having hit the post as well from Calvert-Lewin. But Leeds have dominated that half and will be happy with that so far. It's only half done, but so far so good. Half time, it's Everton 0, Leeds 1. Now let's just take a look at the stats for this half. I would think that it's going to be pretty obvious that Leeds have dominated the stats. Just to let you know, the Championship game, it's Norwich 0, Coventry 1, deep into injury time in that first half. Let's have a look at the stats for this first half. Overall possession, it's just short of 54% to Leeds, as you would expect. The expected goals, well, it's 0.14 for Everton and 1.04 for Leeds. That tells you how much they've dominated the game. 4 shots for Everton, 10 for Leeds. None on target for Everton, 3 on target for Leeds. Touches in the opposition box, 10 for Everton, 16 for Leeds. It's all in favour of Leeds. Up to now, Pickford's had to make 2 saves, and Bournemouth haven't had to make any. Fouls committed, 4 for Everton, 7 for Leeds, and it's 3-2 corners in favour of Everton. But I think it's fair to say that Leeds have dominated that half, and the Leeds team, and especially the manager, will be absolutely delighted with that first half effort. So it's half time. The live chat is open if you've got anything to say about that first half. What do you think? Let me know. As far as goal score predictions go, well, I said I think 1 goal will win it. 1-0 to Leeds. It's 1-0 at the moment, but I don't think Leeds will be settling for that. They've dominated that half and could have had 2 or 3. They've had some really good chances and they've hit the post. Leeds 1-0, it's not a safe score, is it? They can't sit back and try to defend a 1-0. They've got to carry on doing what they're doing, dominate Everton. The crowd booed their own team, so that tells you everything, and that's all in Leeds' favour as well. So I hope you've enjoyed the first half. If you have, drop us a like. It does help the channel. And of course, if you're not a subscriber, just hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you much. It doesn't cost you much. It doesn't cost you anything. But it just helps the channel grow. We're looking to get bigger and bigger. And we do these live watch-alongs regular every weekend. If you want to join us for them, if you're enjoying those watch-along, hit the notification bell as well. I do appreciate everybody who's supporting the channel by watching and subscribing. Just while we're at half-time, I'm just going to take a quick break. I'll be back in a second if you bear with me. just seen the replays of the goal there. I think that they thought that Rodon fouled Ndai, but he actually never touched him, and Ndai threw himself to the floor, holding his left hip. And he's saying that it was an elbow. He's saying to the referee, elbow, elbow. There was nothing in that whatsoever. Rodon never touched him. So justice was served there. Because if that had been rolled out, just seen that again, Rodon comes up and never touched him. Never touched him whatsoever. And then by Ndai, that was pathetic. If anything, maybe Stack ran into him and just caught him on the hip, but it certainly wasn't Rodon. There was certainly no elbow in there. It was a legitimate challenge, and Leeds went on to score from it, and it's a good job the referee didn't pull it back. Don't forget to become a subscriber if you're not a subscriber. I hate to keep reminding everybody about it, but we have to help the channel grow. We've done well just lately for watch hours and subscribers. And we'd like to thank everybody for their support. But we can't rest. We've got to keep going. Doesn't cost you anything. We've got big plans for the channel, giveaways and things like that. If we can grow the channel a bit more, hopefully for the end of the season. I'll say the end of the season. There's a big World Cup coming up, isn't there? So the season's going to go on and on and on. But it's an exciting one. If you're a Leeds fan, it's an exciting one. If you're an Arsenal fan, it's an exciting one. Aston Villa, you're right in it, even though you keep denying that you're not in it. You are. I don't like to look at the league places at the moment. It's only half time, but let's just see what it says for the table so far. There's a half to go yet, and there's no doubt in this half that Everton, the home side, they're going to have their time where they're going to dominate the ball and create chances, and it's up to Leeds to put this game beyond them. If we could get a second early on in the second half, that really would dent Everton's chances. At the moment, as it stands, Leeds would be on 28 points, which is a great return from 23 games. There'll be, once again, 3 points above Nottingham Forest and 8 points above West Ham. It opens that gap up again. And of course, it takes us level with Crystal Palace and Tottenham. And they're the next ones to look about going ahead of them, because those two teams are both in free fall. If you get up to 16th, get to 15th and then 14th, how good would that be? Just take a look at fixtures for the weekend. See, Leeds have got a really difficult game at 3 o'clock on Saturday against potential champions Arsenal. They get something out of that game, they'll have done well. But why not back Leeds against anybody at home? Arsenal not in the best of form at the moment, and Leeds are a handful at home. So why not? It's a free shot, really. No one expects Leeds to get anything out of the game, so why not give it a go? Let's have a look at... see who the other teams have got. I just want to look at the... So Forest have got Crystal Palace. That could go either way, that, couldn't it? I would back Nottingham Forest at home, but that brings Crystal Palace further into it as well. Tottenham have got Man City at home. But again, you know, if Tottenham lose that to Man City, that drags them into the relegation fight as well. So it's all to play for. It really is all to play for at the moment. won't be far off a resumption. If you want to get your score predictions in, let us know what you think. I've said 1-0. I'd settle for 1-0, but it's going to be so nervous. You know what it's going to be like. Everton are going to get their time, and the last 10 minutes, if it's still 1-0, we're biting our nails as Leeds fans. Don't know whether Squeaky Dan is watching while he's out delivering today, but if you are, hope you're having a good night, Dan. A cup of tea is just nice to lubricate the throat before the game gets underway. Still advertisements, so you're still not missing anything at the moment. You've still got a chance to hit that subscribe button. We're not far off a resumption now, so what a game Aronson's had in that first half. He's been superb, and if he runs out of steam, then we can bring Buonanotte on in that position. Calvert-Lewin's chance there, he sort of like toe prodded the ball at the post rather than going with the side of his right foot. If he'd gone with the side of his right foot, he could have steered it across the goal rather than toe prodding it at the post. Anyway, we're not far off a resumption now. Leeds are in the tunnel there. They're almost ready to go. We're not far off a resumption now. Just looking at the Coventry goal there. Poor one for the keeper to concede at his near post. Changes for Everton. Branthwaite coming on. And Dewsbury Hall coming on. And those going off. McNeil and Armstrong going off. So Armstrong and McNeil off. Dewsbury Hall on. Branthwaite on. But it's Leeds to kick off this second half. Kicking from right to left. No substitutions for Leeds. Not yet, anyway. Referee blows the whistle, and away we go for the second half. All the way back to Darlow. Darlow drives it long down the middle. Free header for Gay. Up into the air. Little doesn't win the header. Bo now does. It's flicked on by Stack. Comes back to Gruev. Gruev wins the header. Aronson brings the ball down, lays it in flat to Stack. Stack flicks it round the corner. Ball comes across to the left to Strauch. Strauch lays it out to James Justin. James Justin's going to go all the way back under pressure to Darlow. Darlow lays it into Ampadu. Ampadu gives it to Strauch on his near side. He goes long down the touchline for Calvert-Lewin. Tarkowski's covering him and gets it all the way back to Pickford. Pickford drives it out to the left-hand side. Bogle comes up with the ball. A couple of deflections, but he's been forced back towards his own goal. He lays it out to Strauch on the left-hand side. It was a bit in front of him, but luckily there was no Everton player near him. He drives it long down the centre of the pitch. Stack is going to chase that ball. It lands up with Pickford. Pickford has time to clear it. Headed forward by Strauch again. Gay heads the ball forward. Strauch gets his foot in. Gluev wins it. Ampadu lays it to Bornau, and Bornau goes all the way back to Darlow, high into the air. Headed forward by, I think that's Branthwaite, but it's a poor header, and it goes straight out for a throw to Leeds. And it was a free header as well. He could have put it wherever he wanted. Rodon takes it. Ampadu drives it high and forward, looking for the run of Aronson. Can he make that? No, he can't. It's headed back to Pickford. Pickford gets rid of it quickly. Rodon's underneath it. Free header. Headed back in. Stack brings the ball down. Garner wins the ball off him though. There's it back to Branthwaite. Ball inside to Ndai. Up to Mikalenko. Ndai goes for the return down the line. Comes back on his right foot, lays it back to Mikalenko. On the right foot. Headed away by Bornau at the near post. Bogle goes for the ball, wins it, spreads it down the line for the run of Calvert-Lewin, and Calvert-Lewin gets it. He's got Tarkowski with him, waiting for support. Is Calvert-Lewin now, comes back inside, gets it to Gruev. The ball was just in too far in front of Gruev, but Strauch picks up the loose ball, lays it into Aronson on his right foot, going across the box from left to right, gives it out to Bogle. Bogle's going to put a cross in, it's deflected high into the air, and Pickford parries it down and then picks the ball up. He wants to get rid of the ball quick, does Pickford, and is frustrated that there was no one there for him to give it to. On the halfway line, Gay plays it inside, gets it back from Ndai. Gay lays it out to the left-hand side. Scarnett. Branthwaite gives it to Tarkowski. Dewsbury Hall lays it back out to Branthwaite, coming forward into the Leeds half. So as they play the ball down the middle, looking for a ball, Leeds are straight into the tackle, not giving the midfield of Everton any time on the ball. Garner to Mikalenko. Goes back to Garner. Plays a ball to the right to Gay. Gay spreads it to the right to O'Brien. Patterson crowded out. Gruev wins the ball. Aronson brings it down. Waiting for it to come down, and it wouldn't come down. O'Brien now going down the right, but James Justin some closes him down, concedes the throw, but he stopped the progress of Everton, and the ball's back on the halfway line with Tarkowski. Then Branthwaite. And left-footed, he goes across to the right-hand side. Patterson brings the ball down, lays it back. O'Brien. And back to the halfway line. Tarkowski. Chips the ball down the middle, looking for Barry. It's headed away and hooked even further away by James Justin. Header back by Calvert-Lewin. Bornau. Ampadu in the centre. Gives it to Gruev. Gruev gives it to Ampadu. Ampadu's going to leave it to James Justin. Gruev, or one touch passing, goes to Ampadu. Ampadu gets the ball forward to Calvert-Lewin. He lays it off. Aronson almost won that ball. Ampadu in the back. Dewsbury Hall. And Jai tries to play a ball into Barry. Ball now wins the ball. Barry goes down, looking for the free kick. The referee's having none of it. Leeds come away with the ball. Ampadu's been sold short there by Bogle. Bogle chipped the ball back. The commentator saying that Bournemouth fouled Barry there and saying that Bournemouth was nowhere near the ball. What a load of rubbish. What a load of rubbish. And what's the referee doing there? Is he giving a bounce ball to Leeds? Because Bogle poked the ball out, thought there was an injury. He's dropped it at the feet of Darlow, and Darlow's picked it up. So, boos from the Everton crowd again. I must admit that I'm a bit confused about what was going on there. And Darlow drives it long, high into the air. Calvert-Lewin flicks it on. I think he was beaten to it by Tarkowski, and it goes out for a throw to Leeds on this near side, halfway inside the Everton half. James Justin picks the ball off for T. Going down the line for Calvert-Lewin. He flicks the ball inside, picked up by Stack. Stack tried to go round Tarkowski, but the bounce didn't favour him. And there's a foul in the back of Strauch by Barry there, and it's a free kick to Leeds, deep inside the Everton half. Now this is about just over halfway inside the Everton half. It's over to the left-hand side. And Stack's going to take this right-footed. He's going to try and curl one into the box, which he does to the back post, looking for the run of Rodon, however. Rodon's going to make that ball at the back post as it's headed out. Mikalenko's in there, battling with Rodon. Don't foul him, Joe Rodon. Mikalenko still manages to clear the ball eventually, but Bogle's going to pick the ball up, gets it caught underneath his feet a bit, but he's still turned and drive one forward. Bogle forward, just in there. I thought he made anything of the ball. That was a bad foul there by Stack. And Stack is going to get a booking for that, you would imagine. He's slid in and got nowhere near the ball, and that'll be the first booking of the game. It wasn't the greatest of challenges by Stack on Mikalenko. It was a VR check for a handball from the earlier attack, but nothing's come of that. And the free kick's going to be taken by Pickford. High into the air. Ball now was beaten to it by Barry. Rodon battling for it. Wins the ball. Well done by Gruev. He gets his foot in, and Calvert-Lewin's coming across to the left-hand side now with the ball. Showing a bit of pace as Calvert-Lewin's got support from James Justin. He gives it to him, but Branthwaite is across there and rolls the ball out for a throw to Leeds. This is in the Ampadu long throw territory here. And Ampadu it will be. Ampadu having a few words with the crowd. It's all good humoured as well. In the throw comes now. It's flicked on, it's headed away on the back post, and then Gruev pulls. A yellow card for Gruev for pulling. I think that was Ndai. He pulled down. Yeah, just dragged him back on the edge of the box. Branthwaite plays the ball into the middle. Dewsbury Hall gets out to Garner. Mikalenko lays the ball inside, but it's picked off by Stack, and then it's cleared high up in the air for Calvert-Lewin. He can't win the ball. Tarkowski drives the ball long and right, looking for Patterson, but Patterson's offside, and it's going to be a free kick to Leeds. And Leeds expected Everton to come out all guns blazing in the first 15 minutes, and they've weathered that storm just about. Darlow takes the free kick high into the air. Calvert-Lewin's trying to win it, can't win it. Barry flicks the ball on, is away down the left-hand side. Strauch is across and Barry fouls him. And no, the referee, how could the referee not give a foul there? What is the referee seeing that the rest of us are not? Strauch played the ball away and then Barry took him out. He's had a poor game as this referee, in my opinion. Tarkowski gives the ball inside to Gay. Mikalenko turns back inside, comes infield, then just lays it to Gay. Tarkowski gives it to Branthwaite. Branthwaite goes out to the left to Mikalenko. That's Garner. Gives it to Gay. Gay has to go back. Looks to play a ball inside to Barry. He can't lay the ball off and Leeds toe prod the ball away, but Everton are camped high in the Leeds half, and they win the ball back. In the midfield, comes to Tarkowski. He goes inside Aronson, then goes out to the right hand side. O'Brien. It's Patterson back to O'Brien. Being forced back to Branthwaite on the halfway line. Moving left again. Been held up by Stack. Comes back to Branthwaite, still on the halfway line. He gives it to Gay. Gay tries to play a ball into Dewsbury Hall, but it breaks down. Stack gets it across to the centre of the pitch where Aronson is. Aronson gives it to James Justin. James Justin's got a couple of players to deal with, and he runs out of trouble. He got the ball away down the middle. Here comes Gay. He gives it into Ndiaye. It's a great block by Strauch. Aronson is battling for it. Goes down and there's a foul given. And then Ndiaye on the penalty spot couldn't get his shot away before the Leeds centre half's closing down. It was Bornau or Strauch. They're both coming into him. It was Bornau as he hit his shot. Bornau got his foot across and blocked that one. It's well defended by Bornau. He's had a good game so far as Bornau. He hasn't put a foot wrong. Free kick to Leeds has been taken quickly, and it's aimed at Calvert-Lewin down the left-hand side, but it's too far for him to reach it. He'd stretched his leg out, couldn't get there, and it skipped out for a goal kick. Leeds need that second goal desperately. Bornau heads the ball away, high into the air. Stack flicks it. No, it's Gruevo flicked it on. Aronson working hard. Aronson's sort of like tucked more into the middle now, and he hasn't been as effective in the second half. That's a throw to Leeds as Patterson goes down. Oh, that was a throw to Leeds. What has the referee given there? Aronson's not just. What's going on? Give a free kick. Why? He's given the throw to Everton. No, he's telling them to put it down as a free kick. I still didn't see either of them. It was either a throw to Leeds or it's nothing. This referee's been awful. And he's getting a bit of space in midfield and he's dictating the pass now. He's getting the ball right in the centre of midfield and he's spraying little 5 and 10 yards passes around. He's got the ball now. He's going forward in the middle. Skipped past a couple. Dewsbury Hall tried to get a pass out, but Rodon forced him back after deflecting his pass. Ball comes in again. Once again, Ampadu's in there. And now Aronson can come away. He's got support from Gruev. He turns into trouble and loses the ball. Took too much time. That's well played by Strauch. He's straight in on and Strauch coming forward now, a bit of space on the middle of the box. He lays it into Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin, what happened there? He went down, but it's won the ball back as Gruev. Left-footed shot across Pickford, and he gets down to his left and saves. And that's well played by Rodon there. There was a ball out to the left-hand side that he spotted and slid in there. Calvert-Lewin sort of like fell over, and for a moment I thought it might have been a foul or something, but no. Ball's with O'Brien, then it's with Gay. And Tarkovsky in the centre circle, just inside his own half, gives it out to Branthwaite, crosses the halfway line into the Leeds half, chips the ball forward for the run of Mikalenko. He gets his cross in, but it's cleared by Bono. It's going to be picked up again by Garner. Everton enjoying a bit of possession and pressure here. Leeds sitting a bit too deep. And gets the ball out to the right hand side. O'Brien gives it to Patterson. Patterson's having to go back to Ndai, back to Patterson. Still deep in the Leeds half. He chips the ball down the inside right position for Barry. He heads the ball back inside, but it's cleared away by Ampadu, but only as far as Patterson, and Everton can come again on the halfway line. Garner can pick the ball up and turn. Back into Garner now. In for Barry. Barry has a shot, and it's a great diving save to his right-hand side. Darlow to push the ball out, but it's still in play. Comes back out to Gay. It's a good shot from Gay from about 25 yards out, but Darlow makes a comfortable catch at his near post, but it was a good save there. And if there'd been a VAR check, we might have found that Barry was just a tad offside. But it's a great stretching one-handed save, diving to his right to push the ball out. But the crowd are getting up now. Everton enjoying possession. Leeds are being pushed back. Branthwaite coming across to the left-hand side now. It might be a time to... Gay has got room right in the far corner on the left-hand side there. He goes down. Ampadu got the ball. Calvert-Lewin flicks the ball on, and he's got a chance to chase the ball down, but it's just going to get too close to Pickford, and he rolls the ball out. That's Branthwaite coming down that left-hand side again. He's seen a lot of the ball and making forward runs. Yeah, Daniel Farker is looking like he's going to make some substitutions. It's good time to as well. Patterson down the right-hand side now. Try to play it round. James Justin can't do it. The throw's taken quickly. Dewsbury Hall. Given to Garner. Back to O'Brien. Inside to Dewsbury Hall again. Tarkovsky to Gay. Goes wide left. Mikalenko lays it to Branthwaite. Back to Gay, who's seen a lot of the ball. He's really dictating everything now. But that's well tackled by Strauch. Leeds can come away down the right-hand side now. Stack. He's going to run past Branthwaite. Lays the ball inside to Calvert-Lewin on the edge of the box. Calvert-Lewin's going outside of the box on his own, over on the far side. Lays it back to Bogle. Ampadu, Bogle. Rodon. Back to Rodon from Bogle. And it's going backwards. Back inside the Leeds half now. And Bono is going to go all the way back to Darlow. Darlow drives it long in the air. Bogle can't make that. It goes over his head. He can put some pressure on Mikalenko, who hooks the ball high into the air. Gruev brings it down on his chest. Almost had the ball pinched off him by Dewsbury Hall. The referee blows his whistle. Possibly substitutions time. Looks like Tanaka's coming on. Gruev's coming off. So just the one substitution so far, and that's Tanaka for Gruev for Leeds. I think, if anything, Daniel Farker has got to have said to one of his midfielders to get closer to Gay, who was wandering about in that midfield. He's finding pockets of space in between defenders and midfield. He's found some now, and there's no one going with him, and he's dictating the play, and they've got to close him down. And Dewsbury Hall gets the ball out to Mikalenko over on the left-hand side. Led back inside to Garner. Garner gives it to Branthwaite. Branthwaite plays it inside. Dewsbury Hall to Gay again. Has got that space that we don't need to give him. Mikalenko back to Gay. Gay coming across to the right hand side. Checks back. Looking for an outlet. He gives it to Tarkovsky. And then to O'Brien coming to the right hand side. Back to the halfway line to Tarkovsky, who had backed off. Gives it to Branthwaite now. He's got a lot of space in front of him. Gets the ball back, lays it in. Dewsbury Hall. Tanaka's with him, forcing him back. Back to Branthwaite, then to Tarkovsky. Plenty of possession for Everton. This is encouraging Everton. Ball goes down to Dewsbury Hall. Tanaka's with him. He fouls him, does he? It looked like Tanaka was fouled. Whatever it is, it's a goal kick to Leeds. Tanaka showing a bit of strength there, but he was trampled all over by Dewsbury Hall as they both went down. Dallo high into the air. Stack underneath it, can't win it. Headed on by Bogle. Headed out and a throw to Leeds over on the far side. 4 or 5 yards into the Everton half. Leeds are just going to slow the play down a bit, take some of the momentum out of the game that Everton have taken by the scruff of the neck in this second half. They've dominated this second half, although Leeds have had a chance. So have Everton. Bogle takes the throw. Ampadu gives it back to Bogle, hooks it high in the air. Stack heads it on. Calvert-Lewin battling for it. Ball now wins the header. Bogle plays it inside, chested down by Ampadu. Comes across midfield. Is fouled, was it? No. Ampadu gives it to Tanaka. Tanaka gets a ball into Calvert-Lewin. He's flicked it inside, but there was no one running off him, which is unfortunate. Laid back to Pickford, and he had no choice but to just hit it away before he was closed down. Goes out for a throw on the halfway line to Leeds on this near side, the left-hand side. As another Everton substitute begins to warm up. James Justin's going to take this throw while David Moyes talks to his sub about what he wants him to do. Daniel Farker just pointing around. Calvert-Lewin, can he make the ball? Tarkovsky allowed it to roll out, and substitution's going to be taking place now by looks of things. Tis Patterson is going off. For Tyler Dibbling to come on. So it's a very attacking substitution, is that, by David Moyes. Header won by Strauch. Goes through past everybody. Tarkowski now gets Everton. Will be playing with the back three. So it's probably a 3-5-2 like Leeds are at the moment. Dewsbury Hall turns one way, turns the other. Has got support down that left-hand side. Gives it inside. Stack gets in there. Concedes the throw. Mikalenko wants to take the throw quickly, and he does. He gives it to Branthwaite. Is it Branthwaite? No, it's not, is it? It's Garner. Gives it across to the right-hand side. O'Brien. It's Diblin who gets his first touch. Gives it back to O'Brien. He moves into the centre circle. Tarkowski now gives it to Branthwaite. Chipped forward, looking for Barry. Bogle gets the ball away, but before he can reach it to clear it down the line, it rolls out for a throw. The big guys are coming forward, so this is going to be a long throw. Mikalenko with this one. 18.5 minutes to go. Danger for Leeds. In it comes now high. It's flicked on, headed away by Rodon. Headed back in again. Calvert-Lewin heads it away. Branthwaite knocks it back to Ndai. Garner now, there's plenty of space in front of him. He's going to spread out to the right-hand side, which he does do. This is Gay. Gay puts his cross in, it hits James Justin and goes right down the line. I don't even think the ball's gone out, has it? Yes, it has. Rolled along that touchline for a long way. That's Dewsbury Hall. Garner gives it to Dibbling. Aronson's with him. So is Tanaka, and they come away with the ball, does Aronson. Looking for an out ball. They haven't got much space. The ball's been rolled back in. James Justin clears it down the line, but I don't think it went very far before it went out for a throw to Everton. Garner takes this one quickly. Given to Dewsbury Hall. Plenty of space to go forward in the centre of midfield there. He goes out to the far side. And on his right foot, then his left foot on the edge of the box. It's put in and headed away by Tanaka. Leeds have been strong at the back, but they don't want to invite much pressure on. Dewsbury Hall gives it to Brian, rolls it back to Pickford, gets it back, as does Brian. Now he gives it to Tyler Diblin, hugging this right-hand touchline. Tries to go inside Aronson. Aronson making it difficult for him, but he still retains possession and goes to the left-hand side. Moving left is Branthwaite. And Jai now to attack. Comes in on his right foot across the box. It's opening up space for him. It's deflected. Goes wide, but it's a corner for Everton, and this is getting dangerous for Leeds. Dewsbury Hall's going to take this left-footed. It's going to be an in-swinger. Can Leeds defend this one? In it comes now. It's headed away at the near post by Bogle. Leeds pushing out and give the ball back to Dewsbury Hall. He plays it into the middle to Garner. Garner looking for an out ball, gives it back to Dewsbury Hall on the right-hand side. On his left foot, he cuts inside, puts a cross in that's deflected away. Tanaka brings the ball down. And Leeds can maybe hit it on the attack, can they? No, it's a poor ball. Tanaka was trying to get it to Aronson, but he chipped it over his head and out for a throw. And Leeds have really got to get some possession here and take the sting out of the game. It's all Everton in this second half, and you can see them scoring if we don't do something about it. The manager's got to make some substitutions here. Some fresh legs on, because we've been overrun in midfield. Dewsbury Hall gets the ball down the line for Gay. Tanaka's with him, gets his cross in, and they've scored. Barry's got in at the near post and hit it into the top of the roof of the net. And that's been coming, and the manager should have done something about this before it's happened. I didn't think that he could have got there. He's got a bit of pace as this big kid, and he got in front of it was Rodon or Strauch. and he's poked it in. I say poked it in. It's gone over the top of uh, Darlow, but it's gone in at quite a pace as this. Dewsbury Hall gets the ball, and it's Gay goes down the right hand side again. He manages to get his cross in before Tanaka can get in there, and he's beaten Bow now to it. And like I'd said already, that the manager should have done something about Gay. He should have done something to get someone tight on him to not give him the space that he's had. And he's set up the goal, the equaliser. And if I could see that, why couldn't Daniel Farker have seen that and done something about it? Strauch heads the ball forward. But the Leeds midfield are running out of steam now. Stack's not involved in it no more. Neither is Aronson. Darlow gets the ball. And it's panic stations because Darlow's cleared it straight into touch on the halfway line. And the way it's going at the moment, there's only going to be one winner in this second half, and that's Everton, because Leeds have had none of the ball in this second half at all. And the manager, at 76 minutes, has got to do something about this now, because we're going to throw points away here. Dewsbury Hall now. Ball's long down the line. It's gone under the foot of Strauch, and Barry's in there again now. He's waiting for support because he's chipped onto the back post. It's come to the back post. Garner's coming out to the... Oh, and he's hit the crossbar as Gay. And Leeds are hanging on now desperately. And that was poor by Strauch. He let the ball go underneath his foot and Barry was away. And still the pressure is on Leeds. And Dye now plays the ball inside. Ampadu has picked that ball up, but he's under pressure and he goes down and he's fouled, is he? A chance for Leeds to get the breath back. Leeds are wobbling here. And Dye, right-footed swing, and it's just a bit too high. It's the crossbar flush on and bounces out. Leeds desperately hanging on now. After being by far the better side in the first half, they haven't been in it this second half. Last 5 shots have come to Everton and Leeds have had none. Darlow takes that free kick. Calvert-Lewin's nowhere near it. Branthwaite heads the ball away. Ampadu heads it forward. Stack puts his hip in and he's penalised for it. Come on, Daniel Farker. Get some substitutes on. Buonanotte on or something like that. Bo now is tracking the run, heads the ball out. Rodon tries to get in there, but it's seen out as a throw to Everton over on the far side. Goes all the way back to Branthwaite. He spreads it to Dewsbury Hall in the centre circle. He's going to come to the right-hand side. Gives it to Dibbling now. Dibbling steps inside Aronson. Gives it to Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall lays it back to Tarkowski. Calvert-Lewin trying to put a bit of pressure on. There's no help for him. Ball's played into the middle. Comes back to Gay now. Gay's got this space again. Sprays it out to Dibbling. Dibbling goes around Justin. Aronson's with him. Aronson helps him out. Aronson tries to clear it, but there's nobody up there. It's flashed past Calvert-Lewin and it's picked up by Branthwaite, and Everton will come again. And with 10 minutes to go, this is terrible from Leeds. It's being pushed back all the time. It's Dibbling again on the right-hand side. He tries to go inside Justin. It's cleared away, but Calvert-Lewin's beaten to it by Tarkowski and pulls him down and gives the free kick away, and it's back under pressure again. It's taken quickly. Dibbling on the right-hand side again. Tries to go inside Aronson. And then Aronson's fouled. Daniel Farker's not looking like he's going to make any substitutions. Darlow getting the whistles from the crowd. He's taking his time with this, quite rightly too. Now he drives it long and high. Calvert-Lewin gets his head up to it, but it's going to go through to Pickford. And he's looking for an out ball, can't find one. Drops it down at his feet. Drives it long. Bo now heads it back forward. It's going to be picked up by Gay. Jusby Hall lays the ball inside to Ndai. He's lost the ball. It's laid out to Aronson now on this left-hand side. Under a bit of pressure, Aronson's lost the ball. And Everton are going to come back at Leeds again now with Dibbling. Tanaka gets his foot in, but Jusby Hall spreads it out to the left to Branthwaite. Mikalenko lays it inside to Ndai. He's running out of space, I see, yeah. The throw is given to Leeds. Rodon's going to take it. Crowd not happy with it, but it did look like it went out. Even the commentators are now saying that Tony Danny Farker's got to do something. 8 minutes to go. Goes high. Tanaka's in there. Stack flicks it forward. Calvert-Lewin got it at his feet. Bogle. Calvert-Lewin goes down. There's no foul given. The ball hits Stack when it was cleared. And it comes out to Pickford. He's well out of his box over to the left-hand side, but he drives one long. Barry's going to be in there, but Strauk wins the header. It's going to be brought down, though, by O'Brien. Gives it to Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall is encouraging Dibbling to get forward, and he does. Over on the right-hand side, he tries to come inside, has to roll it back to O'Brien. Dibbling back to O'Brien. Leeds are sitting so deep, allowing even O'Brien to come 10 yards forward. Ball comes to Gay, gets his cross in, but it's blocked by Justin and out for a throw. Second half, and Everton have had 71%. That's awful for Leeds. Looks like O'Brien's got a throw on him. And it comes now. It's on the edge of the box. It's hanging around there. Chance for someone to have a swing at it. Not doing it. Tanaka gets a lucky deflection. Can he make the ball before it goes out for a throw on the halfway? No, he can't. Daniel Farker's going to make some changes, but Pickford drives the ball forward before he can make them. In the air by Tyler Dibbling. From the header, it goes out for a throw to Leeds, and now maybe the Longstaff is coming on. Buenanotte is coming on. Okafor as well. So it's Longstaff attacking. Longstaff is going to shore up that midfield, and there's two attacking players with Okafor and Buenanotte. Stack goes off. It looks like he did run out of steam, and so did Aronson. That was quite obvious. That's the substitutions that I'd like to have seen. Can Okafor make a difference playing in the position that Aronson's just vacated? Stack will be replaced by Longstaff. Buenanotte having to go off and come on back on again. Referee's been over officious. Buenanotte's got 5 minutes to make a difference. Tanaka gone off. Tanaka's not gone off. Ball goes long. Flicked on by Longstaff. Gets the ball there. Tries to chip it forward. The ball's flicked inside to Tyler Dibbling. He does a little back flick and gets the ball down the right hand side for Barry. Barry tries to backheel it inside, but there was no one behind him. And Strout picks the ball up. Tyler Dibbling blocks his clearance, and it's a throw to Leeds. Justin flicks the ball into the air. Rodon hooks the ball away to cries of foul there, but referee's not having none of it, and it's bounced deep inside the Everton half. Branthwaite spreads out to the left. Mikalenko plays the ball inside. It can't be controlled, though, by Barry. Buonanotte, his ball is a poor one. It's given away. Leeds pressing forward with Longstaff here. Pickford closed down, gets the ball away. Barry can't control it. It's looked like he's running out of legs now. Strauch gives it to Rodon. Into Tanaka. Tanaka to Rodon and then back to Darlow. Darlow hits it high and long. Calvert-Lewin doesn't win the header, but it's chipped forward to Okafor on his chest. He brings it down, gives it to James Justin. Justin has been held by Diblin, but it comes to Tanaka. And Tanaka's going to roll it all the way back to Darlow. Darlow gives it to Ampadu, who has come short for it. He turns and then spreads it out to the right-hand side to Bogle. Bogle chips the ball forward, looking for Stark. He can't win it. And there's a push in the back on Tanaka. What is the ref not seeing there? He pushed him in the back. He was going to win the header easily, and he pushed him in the back. Unbelievable. Okafor gets the ball now, and he's got a chance to attack. It's 3 against 4. Okafor coming across to the right-hand side. Longstaff on the edge of the box has a shot, and he's always leaning back. Right-hand edge of the box. He's hit it over the bar. He's got to at least get it on target. Keep the ball down and give Pickford something to do. He's hit it 2 yards over the bar. 2.5 minutes to go. Ball's chipped to halfway. Headed on by Barry, but Rodon's there. He's going to lay it all the way back to Darlow. Darlow gives it back to Rodon. Clears it down the line. And Gay's intercepted it, and Everton picked the ball up. Mikalenko. Garner now coming forward. There's a Dibling's shot, shot cross was blocked, and Leeds get away with it. Okafor, and Okafor's lost the ball now. That's pathetic, Okafor. It's a cross there that's an easy catch for Darlow. But Okafor, you can't lose the ball there in that position. It's given away so weakly. Tyler Dibling, why didn't he have a shot there? He hit the cross instead of hitting a shot. He only had the goalkeeper to beat. Ball goes down the line. Minute and a half of normal time to go. Barry goes off and Beto comes on. Throw's taken. Strauch wins the header. Tanaka's in there, stops the ball from coming to an Everton player. First time in. Buonanotte lays out to the right to Bogle. Goes for the return, does Buonanotte, but it's a poor ball from Bogle. Couldn't get anywhere near it. Then Buonanotte comes up with the ball, does he? No. Bogle's made a foul trying to win the ball back. Yellow card for Longstaff for some reason. Don't know why. Gay's coming away down the left-hand side now. Into the last 30 seconds, he's under pressure from Ampadu. Ampadu pushes him over. Does he? No. Comes away with the ball. Referees let that one go. It's into Okafor. Okafor lays it back to Strauch, and Strauch gives it to James Justin. James Justin goes down the line looking for a run of Calvert-Lewin, but he's run out of legs, I think. Tanaka wins the ball back. Can Calvert-Lewin get to it? He can. He gives it back to Tanaka. Tanaka gives it to right to Ampadu. Tanaka, it's an awful ball. There was a little 3 or 4 yard ball just to the left inside the 6 yard box where Calvert-Lewin had made a run and Tanaka overhit it. 4 minutes of added time. Garner gets out to the left. And Dye coming across. Then goes back to Gay, who's found himself a bit of space. And then he rolls the ball to Mikalenko, and it's behind him and goes out for a throw. It's the first missed placed pass from Gay in this half, who's had a good half. Bogle's going to take the throw. In it comes. Headed high into the air. Ampadu battles for it. Tanaka. Ampadu's fouled. It's only 10 yards short of the halfway line over on the right hand side, but Darlow's going to come for it. Minute and a half gone of this added time. High into the air. Okafor flicks it on. No, it comes to Okafor. It was James Justin into the box now. Was he obstructed? Well, it's a corner anyway. He gets a corner out of it. Dewsbury Hall couldn't keep it in. Okafor was held up there as he ran into his man. The ball came to Dewsbury Hall and he just couldn't clear it before it went out for a corner. Chance for Leeds here to pinch it, can they? They've done nothing in this second half at all, so they haven't really deserved to pinch this. It's a 1-1 draw. It's probably just about right, but everybody's up there for this, so they're going for it at Leeds. A lot of pushing and holding going on, as usual. And it comes now. It's over the back post. It's over the top of everybody. That's a terrible delivery. Rodon was at the back post and it was still over him. No quality in that whatsoever. Very frustrating. You know, with a minute of the game to go, there was a chance there. Pickford's going to take this eventually. Sends it forward high into the air. Buonanotte. Calvert-Lewin flicks it on. Okafor chasing it down. That's been picked off and Okafor could come on forward now. Comes inside. Buonanotte. Shot with his left foot is blocked by Tarkowski. And it's another corner to Leeds. And Buonanotte is saying, I got a smack in the mouth. Look at the blood on my mouth. So I got a forearm in the face. It was a forearm in the face. O'Brien. Corner anyway. We want some quality from this one because it's going to be the last chance of the match with time being just about up. In it comes again. So another awful one. It was a near post and James Justin got his head to it, but he didn't have much chance of directing it anywhere near the goal. It was low and awful. And that's it. Time is up and it's a 1-1 draw. And probably just about deserved if the truth is known. But disappointing for Leeds after such a good first half that they came out in that second half and Everton totally dominated them. I mean, a 1-1 draw, you would probably have taken that at the start of the game. It's a difficult away fixture at Everton. They're a difficult team to beat. And if you want to survive in the Premier League, you take or gain points away from home where you can and win your home games. And that's another point in the battle for survival for Leeds. We'll just have a look at the tables now and see what that actually does for Leeds. Just looking at the Championship game before we do, and Norwich are 2-1 ahead deep into stoppage time, so they've turned that round. Let's just have a look at the Premier League tables. Just opens a bit more of a gap again for Leeds. We have not moved from 16th position, but we're a point above Nottingham Forest again now, and 6 points ahead of West Ham. So although we didn't win, we've picked up more points. We've closed the gap between ourselves and Crystal Palace and Tottenham ahead of us to just 2 points now. So everything's in our hands. We're not. I know it's still a long way to go in this season, but it's all in our hands. We're not relying on other teams getting results for us. We are picking results up, and you can't be disappointed with a point at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Well, I hope you've all enjoyed it. It was a tough one, but we've got another tough one again on Saturday. It's Leeds against Arsenal, 3 o'clock kickoff. If you can join me for that, then please do. It'll be good to see you. Before you go, if you're not a subscriber, do hit that subscribe button. We'll be very happy that you're supporting the channel. Thanks to everyone who's watched today. Enjoy what's left of the rest of your day. And until Saturday, enjoy yourselves. Have a good day. Take care.